Most men who end up frustrated with their metabolism aren't lazy. They're not uninformed.
And they're not inconsistent.
In fact, many are doing everything right.
They're eating clean.
They're training regularly. They're tracking calories, steps, sleep, protein, macros, supplements. They're disciplined, motivated, and persistent. And yet, their energy is unstable. Their fat loss stalls or reverses. Hunger feels unpredictable, and progress never holds. This video explains why doing everything right can still fail, and why the problem isn't effort, intelligence, or commitment.
It's system state.
Most advice assumes that if you apply the right inputs, you'll get the right outputs. Eat less, lose fat, move more, arrow burn energy, optimize habits, improve results. That logic only works in a system that is already stable. But when regulation is compromised, correct inputs don't behave normally. In an unstable metabolic system, the body doesn't respond to what you do, it responds to how it interprets what you do. And interpretation changes everything. When buffering capacity is low, the system becomes sensitive. Small changes create large reactions. Good intentions get processed as stress, and precision becomes pressure. So instead of absorbing effort, the system amplifies it. You can reduce calories, but energy collapses instead of fat loss improving. You can increase training, but recovery worsens instead of capacity increasing. You can tighten discipline, but hunger, fatigue, and cravings spike. Not because the strategy is wrong, but because the system can't tolerate it. This is why men often say, "I did this exact plan before and it worked, but now it doesn't." What changed wasn't the plan, it was the system's tolerance. Early on, the body has margin. It can buffer mistakes. It can absorb stress. It can flex between fuel sources. Over time, with repeated pressure, poor recovery, chronic stress, irregular sleep, and constant control, that margin shrinks. The tolerance window narrows. Now the same behaviors that once helped begin to destabilize. And this creates one of the most damaging feedback loops in metabolic health. You try harder because things aren't working. Trying harder increases pressure. Pressure worsens regulation. Worsened regulation makes results more erratic. Erratic results convince you to tighten control even further. From the outside, it looks like discipline. Internally, it's escalating strain. This is why men who are highly disciplined often struggle more than men who are casual. Discipline without regulation becomes compensation, and compensation always has a cost. Another reason doing everything right fails is that optimization is applied too early. Most men jump straight to fine-tuning exact macro, precise meal timing, intense training splits, supplement stacks, biohacks. Optimization assumes the system can respond proportionally. But if stability hasn't been restored first, optimization backfires. Instead of refinement, you get overstimulation. Instead of efficiency, you get volatility. Instead of progress, you get fragility. This is why progress feels temporary. You get a brief calm period, think things are working, push harder, and then everything collapses again. That calm wasn't readiness. It was just reduced noise. True readiness looks different. In a ready system, small changes don't create chaos. Energy remains available. Hunger stays proportional, and results hold even when life isn't perfect. In an unready system, everything requires vigilance. Any deviation causes fallout, and consistency feels exhausting. So if you feel like your metabolism only works when conditions are perfect, that's not discipline paying off. That's fragility being managed. And the goal is not to manage fragility. The goal is to eliminate it. This is the shift most men need to make. Stop asking, how do I do this better? How do I optimize? How do I push through? And start asking, is my system stable enough to tolerate this? Is this effort being absorbed or amplified? Am I building capacity or just applying control? Because metabolic health isn't built by doing everything right. It's built by restoring tolerance first. When tolerance returns, discipline becomes lighter. Results become repeatable, and progress stops feeling fragile. In the next video, we'll talk about how to recognize true readiness and how to tell when your system is finally prepared for optimization instead of resisting it. Until then, remember this. If doing everything right feels harder every year, the problem isn't you. It's that your system is asking for stability, not more discipline.